All right, it is coming up on 2:24 p.m. on Saturday, and I want to wish everybody a very happy new year. However, I do want to also mention that there is currently now a brand new tornado watch that includes a good portion of North Mississippi, also the southern portions of Arkansas and northern Louisiana. Now, this new watch goes until 8 o'clock this evening for the potential of a couple of strong, intense tornadoes possible, as you can see right here. Scattered wind damage likely an isolated significant wind gust up to 75 miles per hour winds, and isolated large hail up to 1.5 inches in diameter are likely with this tornado watch. And as you can see here, the hazard and the likelihood tornadoes is high. So this is a pretty significant situation that is coming in here, basically from the cities of Corinth and Oxford over to Tupelo, Greenville, Columbus, Jackson, and over to Meridian. And also, if you were in the Starkville metro area, you guys are underneath the risk as well for the potential of tornadoes later today. And what it's going to be is that these are going to be discrete supercells that do come out and form out ahead of the main line. Now, what I want to do is I want to take you guys over here to the radar and show you exactly what is going on. And earlier we had a storm that was sitting near the Oxford, Mississippi area, and it had signs of rotation on it as well. And so there is your storm of concern that is sitting over here just off to the north of Oxford. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over here to a better camera or a better radar site. And as you can see, there is a severe thunderstorm warning with winds upwards of 60 miles per hour right now, and damaging winds in excess of 60. Now, this severe thunderstorm is located over Burgess or near John Kyle State Park, moving to the northeast at 45 miles per hour, and Oxford is in the path of this severe thunderstorm warning. Now, real quick, I want to zoom out and show you what else is going on across the great state of Mississippi. And as you can see, we've got other thunderstorms that are in progress around Tupelo, stretching all the way up to the Corinth, Mississippi area, and those are going to have to be watched as they continue to move off towards the northwestern Alabama area, because any of these could become tornadic at any time. Now, let me turn on the velocity and show you that there is broad rotation down here just off to the south of the Tupelo area. And so once again, you can see that near the Marietta area up here near Belmont as well, there's some straight line winds that are coming in here, and that will be moving up here to a point near the Tishomingo, Mississippi area. So that is a situation that we have ongoing right now. We have a couple of supercells that we are watching across Mississippi right now. And this is going to be down here near the Tupelo and Verona area, and then this storm that is sitting over here towards the Marietta, Mississippi area as well. Now, there's other storms in progress, like I said, over here towards Oxford. There's one starting to get its act together near just north of Grenada. And then let's move down here into central Mississippi. And as you can see, there are other storms in progress north of the Forest area and also coming in here towards the Philadelphia, Mississippi area as well. And any of these will need to be watched for the potential of damaging straight line winds and the outside risk of a possible tornado risk later this afternoon and this evening. So once again, there is a tornado watch that is in place for a good portion of Mississippi, and I'm actually going to turn that on for you right now. And as you can see, the yellow shaded areas are your tornado watch that goes for another 330 minutes, which will be from 1:30 this afternoon until 8 p.m. this evening. And this does come all the way down to the Brandon, Mississippi area, the Jackson, Mississippi area, Forest, Newton, and Meridian, and then points off to the north all the way up to the Tennessee state line. So once again, there, of course, is your tornado watch that does include a good portion of north and central Mississippi. Now, if you're also watching in southern Arkansas, close to the Pine Bluff area, or if you're watching in Shreveport or Monroe, Louisiana, you guys are also underneath the same exact watch for the potential of tornadoes a little bit later on this afternoon and this evening. Okay, so let me put up this right here. And I really want to thank you, Tony, for asking that question. It does look like that if you are in the Pine Belt area of Mississippi, you guys on this go around have a lower chance of seeing severe weather because the main dynamics are further off towards the north up there, towards the Memphis area, the Jackson area, and Columbus and the Highway 82 corridor. I can't rule out the possibility of a couple of isolated severe storms a little bit later on into the pre-dawn hours in the morning. But the greatest tornado threat is going to be basically where the tornado watch is right now, and that is going to be for north and central Mississippi. So basically, if you are in the Pine Belt area, I don't think you were going to see anything until late tonight because there is a capping inversion, a lid on the atmosphere that is going to suppress a lot of the tornadic supercells down in that area. However, up there in the tornado watch, you do need to be weather aware. And once again, you need to be weather aware if you are in northern and central Mississippi, and this does include a good portion of the Jackson, Mississippi metro until 8 o'clock. So do not let your guard down, and please have multiple ways of receiving warnings. And once again, there's your primary threats: a few tornadoes likely with a couple of strong, intense tornadoes possible. I have highlighted that for you right there. Scattered damaging winds likely, and isolated significant gusts upwards of 75 miles per hour, an isolated large hail event up to 1.50, which is the equivalent of a golf ball sized hail. And as you can see down here, the discussion and multiple discrete supercells should develop within the prefrontal warm sector, posing a primary threat of tornadoes. And that's going to be for the Arklatex area as well. And so this area is definitely going to need to be watched for the potential in any of these supercells that do get going, like this one north of Grenada, or this one right up here north of Oxford, or especially this one that is coming into the Tupelo, Mississippi area. Any of these will need to be watched as they continue to come on towards the north and towards the east. And I'm going ahead and show you the actual progression of these storms. And as you can see, they are shifting on off towards the north and to the east at a very, very fast clip. So that is the situation that we have ongoing right now. And so, with there being no formal tornado warnings right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break, and I will do another update for you guys probably around 3:15. Before then, if necessary, for my friends in Mississippi. However, if you are in the state of Alabama, I will be doing switching over and letting you guys know what you can expect over in the great state of Alabama. Mississippi, I will see you guys back here around 3:15. Before then, if a tornado warning is issued for your area. Okay. All right, guys, it is coming up on 2:40, and I want to say Happy New Year to all of you guys out there in the great state of Alabama. And unfortunately, as we ring in the new year today, we do have a brand new tornado watch that includes a good portion of North Alabama, that includes all the way from Russellville all the way over to Fort Payne and Scottsboro. And as you can see, there are storms that are already breaking out over here towards Tupelo and over here towards the Tishomingo, Mississippi area. And those will have to be watched as they continue and try to clip the northwestern portions of North Alabama. And as you can see, the brand new tornado watch that was just issued by the Storm Prediction Center goes until 8 p.m. this evening. And listen to this, folks. A few tornadoes likely, with a couple of strong, intense tornadoes possible. And listen to this: scattered, damaging winds likely, with isolated significant gusts upwards of 80 miles per hour possible. Yes, 80 miles per hour are possible later this afternoon and this evening across a good portion of North Alabama. And this includes the Hartselle area, Decatur, Athens, Huntsville, Scottsboro, Florence, and places in between. Now, earlier there was a storm that did come across the area up here just off to the north of Florence that did produce a wall cloud. So we are definitely And so we are definitely watching all of these showers and thunderstorms that do have signs of rotation with them right now. And as you can see, this storm down here south of the Redstone Arsenal has a little bit of broad rotation with it. Now, it's going to be a little bit later on before we can actually get these storms going and get them actually a little bit down towards the ground. But this one over here, south of Tishomingo, I've been watching it as well. And this one will probably cross close over here once it gets into Alabama near the 72 corridor near Cherokee, just off to the west of Florence. And it's got some broad rotation with it as well. So we're definitely going to have to watch any of these storms that do break out ahead of the main line of storms. So I will continue to watch the latest weather information for you guys. Now, there's also been a couple of storms that have shown signs of rotation down south of the Birmingham area, down here towards the Marion area and towards the Talladega National Forest. And those need to be watched as they continue to move on off towards the north and to the east, and especially this one that is coming up here towards the city of Calera. Now, it is really close to the radar site, but as you can see, back when it was down here in Perry County, you can see that it did have some rotation with it as well. So once again, the Storm Prediction Center has placed a good portion of North Mississippi and then, of course, North Alabama as well underneath the tornado watch. And there, of course, is the tornado watch to any county that is in yellow. And so any of these storms we're going to have to watch for the potential of a couple of rotating showers later on this afternoon and this evening, and then especially any of these that get going over here in Mississippi and then move over here into northern Alabama. And yes, there could be a couple of strong tornadoes with these storms as they move basically from Mississippi into Alabama. And then everything will congeal into a line of storms, and then it will race through north and central Alabama later overnight tonight into the pre-dawn hours in the morning. And those, of course, could be the ones that produce the 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So this is going to be a pretty significant day throughout the afternoon and the evening. So I will continue to watch the trends as they continue. I will continue to watch any of these little bitty popcorn showers. And if anything happens, as always, I will be back doing tornado coverage for you guys right here on social media. I intend to do another update for you guys in Alabama at 3:30 before then if necessary.